Having a super explosive downfield passing attack is paramount for your ability to score points in Madden 24. And the LA Chargers, led by Justin Herbert, have one of the NFL's most dynamic big play offenses, and I remade it for you to use in Madden 24. In this video, I'll be breaking down the key principles that makes this offense so tough to stop. We're going to have specifically designed plays to attack defenses just like the real life Chargers do. Then we're going to be going over all the stars of their offense so you can target similar players, and all of this is going to enable you to play like this dynamic LA Chargers offense in Madden 24. And to replicate this offense, we're going to be using these three formations in the Kansas City Chiefs Playbook. And this is actually all part of a bigger scheme I am creating where I'm going to break down 5 offenses from today's NFL that really utilize this spread offense that has taken the whole league by storm. And when they pair these spread concepts with young dynamos at QB, it becomes next to unstoppable. And then all 5 of these offenses will be run out of the Chiefs Playbook, so you can use all of them together to create one giant scheme, and the playlist for everything that is out so far will be down in the description below. At the heart of the LA Chargers offensive attack on a down-to-down basis is their proficient execution of run-pass options. Justin Herbert's unique skill set is the linchpin of their RPO offense. His sharp vision and lightning-quick decision-making render the RPOs a formidable weapon in this Chargers attack. He possesses the aptitude to rapidly evaluate defensive alignments and choose between handing the ball off for some big plays on the ground, or when defenses cheat, firing in a perfectly placed football to his receiver, leaving defenses constantly guessing. So to start, we have this amazing RPO with 3 great options, and it is RPO zone alert, glance, and tight Y off. The Chargers love to use RPOs to utilize Herbert's lightning quick release and elite processing to diagnose defenses and either hand it off or fire in passes all over the field for big pickups. Here I come out with the bubble screen to the wide side, and I want to look at the linebackers on the short side who need to stay back on the slant. And if at the snap I see they stay shallow or collapse down on the run, then I just want to quickly fire this in as our receiver cuts over the middle, and this can be a really nice pickup. Then if the linebackers on that side stay back on the slant, then just hand it off and get downhill on this inside run with your running back. And this is a super solid way to pick up some nice gains. Then lastly, if at the snap you notice they're bringing pressure off the bubble side, or if you have a numbers advantage out there, then you can just fire it out with a lead blocker out in front, and you can pick up some more big yards on the outside of their defense. Then for another RPO that is maybe my favorite I have used all year, we have RPO read flat and gun you off trips. To set this up, have your 2 wide receiver side to the wide side, then take the wide side tight end and motion him across the field, then take the slot receiver on the wide side and smart route him, and this will turn it into kind of a seam route. Now the first place I look here is the short side with the tight end in the flat, and if the defenders on that side jump down to the run, then you can just drop it out to him in the flats and rack catch it and fire upfield, and you will have your other tight end as a lead blocker, and this can allow you to pick up some huge gains. Then you also can look to the wide side, and if before the snap the slot is uncovered, then we just want to go to this seam right away, quick throw it, and this can be a really nice gain. Then lastly, on this play, if both the pass options are taken away, then just hand this ball off, get downhill, and if they are stopping those outside passes, then this should leave some really nice holes for our running back to get some yards. One aspect that adds a ton to this Chargers offense is their ability to deploy Austin Ekeler as a dynamic receiver out of the backfield, making their attack exceedingly tough to stop. Ekeler's blend of agility and receiving aptitude creates multifaceted attack for defenses. His capacity to shift into a receiver coupled with nimble moves and reliable hands adds a very dynamic element to this Chargers scheme. This dual threat nature with his ability to be a runner between the tackles also keeps defenses on their heels, aiding the Chargers in maintaining a dynamic offense. Next, we have a great zone beating play that puts pressure at each level of the defense, and it is red zone scissor and tight Y off. This is a play we can use to get our running back vertical up the field and use him as a weapon in the pass game, and this is something the Chargers love to do with Ekeler as a vertical threat up the field. To set this play up, you're going to have your running back corner route going to the short side of the field, then just take the front of stack player on the wide side and put him on a streak. Now this play is designed to attack zone, and we just want to play off the flat defender, so find him and read him at the snap, and if he bites down on the flat route, then this running back will get vertical in behind him, and you can just throw it in over his head for a big pickup. Then if you read the flat defender and he's dropping out under the running back, then just drop it down to the flat and let him make a play in the open field and pick up those easy yards. Then if at the snap you see the user leave the middle to try to cover the running back vert route, then we have this post breaking in behind him and in front of the safety, and you can rifle it into this hole in the middle of the field for a really nice gain. Then the last option here is if you work from the running back to the post and don't like them, then we have this shallow cross as a check down option underneath. Another huge factor in the success of the Chargers is the utilization of Keenan Allen to dominate the middle of the field, a tactic that significantly amplifies their offensive firepower. Allen's precision route running is the catalyst. He effortlessly finds soft spots in zone coverage, or he beats man coverage with his nasty route running ability. This knack for playing over the middle of the field not only provides reliable chain moving plays, but also draws defensive attention, thereby opening up opportunities elsewhere on the field, and is the key cog to making the Chargers an elite offense. Then for our man beating play, that gives us 4 great options to beat man coverage on the field at once. We have Z spot and bunch Y flex. This is the type of play the Chargers love, where they can use their elite route runners like Keenan Allen to dominate their one-on-one matchups and shred man coverage, creating a ton of big plays for their offense. To set this up, have your bunch to the wide side, then take the outside bunch player and put him on a slant, then take the inside bunch player and put him on a whip. Then you just want to block your running back. So the first place I like to look here is the corner route from the point man on the bunch. This is an excellent route, and as your player breaks, he will get very good separation to the outside, and you can drop it into him for a really nice pickup. Then if the user takes that away or just isn't open, we have a corner route from the solo receiver attacking the other side of the field, and once again, as he breaks, if he separates, and fired him for a really nice game. Then for shorter options here, we have a whip breaking out from the inside of the bunch, and this is great versus man, and you can drop it into him and let him get some really nice yards underneath. Then if the whip is taken away, we have a slant over the middle, and if nothing else is open, this slant should be a great 4th option on this play. Then next up, we have one of my go-to pass concepts in this offense that gives us ways to push the ball down the field for big plays against any zone coverage in the game, and it is 83 HB choice in bunch Y flex. The Chargers love to employ deep overs and crossers to pair their playmaking wideouts with Herbert's elite arm talent to shred defenses for explosive gains. To set this up, I have the bunch to the wide side of the field, then take your running back and put him on a streak route, then take the outside player on the bunch and motion him to the outside. First, I want to look to the bunch side, and we're going to have this over route going across the field, and if their hooks or user leave the middle, then you can just fire this in for a big pickup. Then if after the snap you see the hooks and user are staying in the middle, then we will have this wheel that will get down the seam, and you can fire this in as he clears behind the hooks for a nice pickup. Then the other place we can go here is after the snap, we can read the flat defender, and if they stay inside, then we can throw this speed out basically every single time for a free 5 to 7 yards. Now you can also work the other side of the field with this solo receiver on a corner route, and unless they have zone drop set, the flat defender will stay shallow, and the running back vert route is actually going to help pull the deep blue defender into the middle of the field, and this corner route will get wide open for a really nice pickup along the sideline. And if you want to take this offense to the next level, you need to check out my website, Scheme Kings. Up right now is part 2 of this Chargers offense, where I give you 7 more plays for this scheme that are going to give you so many more great options to attack your opponent, that include great run plays, some very good man beating options, and then some ways to really push the ball down the field for huge gains. Then also on the site, there's a new area where you can find all of my schemes from Madden 23, and this is where the rest of the NFL spread offense is, with today's Chargers video being the final video out. So now we have the Bills Josh Allen scheme, my Joe Burrow Bengals scheme, the Jalen Hurts Eagles offense, and the Patrick Mahomes Chiefs offense on the site. So if you want to check out Scheme Kings, it will be linked down in the description below. At the heart of everything the Chargers try and do offensively is Justin Herbert's incredible arm talent. This gives him the ability to propel the ball down the field with vertical pass concepts, unlocking the entire Chargers offensive attack. This knack for vertical passing not only yields big plays, but opens up the field for everything else the Chargers are trying to accomplish on offense, making the Chargers a dynamic force in attacking deep down the field and creating explosive plays. Next, we have a great deep passing concept that we can use to push the ball down the field for big gains, and it is PA tight end out and gun you off trips. This is a perfect concept where Herbert can show off his anticipation and arm strength to drop this deep down the field for a huge pickup. Here have your 2 wideouts to the wide side of the field, then take the outside receiver and put him on a streak, then take the solo tight end and put him on a drag across the field. First, I want to look to the safeties, and if we get too high pre-snap, then we want to start with the slot fade. And if after the snap it's cover 2, then you will see this fade is going to get free untouched up the sideline in behind the cover 2 corner, and the safety will get held inside, and you can pass lead this up and away as much as you can and drop it in for a big gain along the sideline. Then on this play, if you get cover 3, this slot fade can also work as a back shoulder throw. The deep third will get pulled back by the deep streak, and once the fade gets in behind the flat, then pass lead this towards the sideline and as far away from that deep third player as you can, and you can drop it in for a nice pickup. Then if the slot fade isn't there, we have 2 great underneath options, with the first being this option route, and verse zone, he's going to sit down, and if the hook looks or user leave him open, then just drop it in for a nice pickup. Then lastly, if the linebackers are staying back on that option route, then we have the other tight end dragging across the field and you can check it down to him for some easy yards. Next, we have a great one-play touchdown we can use to get in behind cover 3 and cover 2, and this can allow us to push the ball down the field for some huge gains, and it is 83 HB choice in bunch Y flex. The Chargers always want to use these vertical plays in their offense so they can take advantage of Herbert's insane arm to push the ball into areas that most QBs can't, and this adds so much firepower to their offense. To start this play, come out with your bunch to the short side of the field, then take the inside player on the bunch and put him on a streak. Then you can block your running back for extra time, or you can leave him on this option route for a check down. It is really up to you. So if you're ever playing cover 3, you will see the inside streak player is going to pull the middle safety back. Then the solo receiver corner route is going to hold that wide side corner down, and this deep over will get wide open and you can just let it fly and bomb the defense deep for a one-play touchdown against cover 3. Then against cover 2, it is going to work in a very similar way with the streak pulling back the deep half on the short side. Then to the wide side, the corner route will pull over the corner, and this deep over post route will get wide open, and once again you can just fire it in for a huge pickup down the field versus cover 2. Now once you nail down this Chargers offense, you are going to be so tough to stop. But don't forget, part 2 is available right now on Scheme Kings, allowing you to take this offense to the next level. But then if you want a super explosive offense that you can pair with it that is also in this Kansas City Chiefs playbook, then go with my Patrick Mahomes Chiefs offense. It is going to help you a ton, and if you want to check that out, click this video right here.